welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about how I can predict the Pokemon market. So how I predict the market is solely based off of supply and demand. Now I know you guys have all heard about this, but if you haven't, supply and demand correlate to the drops or skyrockets in prices. Now supply is how much there is, and demand is how much how much people are willing to buy it or pay for a product, or how much people really want it. Now, mainly, you can look at supply and demand whenever you want to predict the Pokemon market in the future over a period of time and see, like, and that if you want to predict it over time, that's what you use. So, for some of these cards, like the Gengar VMAX, I know I've done the video on this, but this card, this card took off with a Blaziken VMAX, and people started wanting to buy it a lot. So that's why that explains its graph, because now, especially now, it's not being printed at all. And while there's still a bit more coming into circulation, there's not in terms of like people opening Fusion Strike packs, they're not really gonna see a bunch of, or there's not going to be a huge influx based on back then when they were printing a ton of Fusion Strike packs. So that's why, so then I think people just took a keen interest in this card. Now, I can't really predict the whole market based off supply and demand, and I'll be showing that through these 3 different cards, and that's what I found when doing research. But I did find that, like, you can definitely look at a card. I mean, like the Moonbreon VMAX, you can see how, or the Umbreon, you can see how once Scarlet and Violet came out, it started to skyrocket in price. But then once it hit April, and like Paldea Evolved was, I think people were more settling with the playability of the Scarlet and Violet cards. Its price started to drop, and now it's starting to go up, especially probably with the holiday season. And like how everybody has more money, so people can charge more because kids have more money on their hands. So that's definitely, I think, Now I guess it's also like here you can see with this card, from March, this card started to drop. It had some ups and downs. Now I guess, I know some of you guys are thinking, like, hey, for time periods, like, is there going to be some time period when the market typically goes up or down? I can't really make any general, like, predictions. I do believe, though, that definitely Christmas cards are going to go up because there's not a ton of supply, but people have more money to spend, they're willing to pay more money for these cards. Now, definitely, I think it also seems to me that, this is also, supply and demand is also why the Sword and Shield cards started to go up a lot when Scarlet and Violet came out, because people realized there was not as many in circulation now, or constantly being put into circulation. So that was why. Now, I guess I guess my predictions now are going to be that over the holidays, cards are generally going to go up, and then maybe during January to March, maybe January to mid-April, I think cards will start to go up. And then during the summer, I do think cards will go down. I'm sorry if you can hear my bird in the background. I can't do anything about it. So, and then I think, definitely over the summer, they're going to go down. Or maybe, I think the unpopular cards will go down. The popular ones will go up. Now, another pattern I have seen in the Pokemon card market is that typically around set 9 to 10, now there's 12 sets in an era, one approximately every 3 months, and I typically see that from sets 9 to 10, the cards of the previous era start to go up. And that was what happened with Sun and Moon when Astral Radiance came out. Around that time, Sun and Moon first, actually maybe not 9, but definitely around 10. Like the Charizard and Reshiram GX Rainbow was like 135. Now it's very high. So I don't know the exact prices on that. and I guess typically I would see that. Now I would also see that from sets 2 to 10, 2 to 9 to 10, yeah, like around 2 from set 2 to in between set 9 and 10, cards do from the previous era tend to fall down, and it's really around around the time that set 10 comes out, where maybe a bit after, where the cards start skyrocketing. So by this, if this prediction was accurate, then this would mean that the Sword and Shield cards generally, not I can't name any specific cards, or I don't know for every different card, but generally they would be going up, and the cards would start to reach their peak low and start going up around the summer of 2025. And so anyway, thank you for watching. I'll come out with, I think, 2 more parts to this where I'll be talking about more investing terms and how to maximize profits. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.